This is Cuberized, and welcome to my Craftoria Let's Play. Well, the votes are in, and thank you for those who did vote. So, the majority of the votes went for working on some of the quests, going through the quest book. So, with that, I am here. We have completed all of the getting started, which you can do actually just by reading all these items and checking them. The completionist is our goal by the end of the series. Not every one of these chapters has a completion trophy, but a lot of the stuff in technology and magic and yeah, around here have it. So, applied energistics, that's logistics. Replication is also in logistics. Just Dire Things is down in technology, as is modern industrialization and mechanism and power, or power, if you prefer. Pneumatic craft is also there, and then we have the more magic-y things, ours, iron spells, Theurgy, and occultism, and then the leftovers are the relics, which is relics and artifacts. We have the boss slayer, which I believe everything here is, oops, I'm sorry, bosses in this section here, which we have actually, even though we've killed the dragon, that's actually not one of them. And I don't know. Yeah, this is something else. This has to do with the apothic spawners. And then fishing is in here. So spectrum is not in here, at least not in here. So not everything is in here. Spectrum is not in here. It's actually not even in here. So it has not been added. And yeah, so there's that. So as much as I'd like to get into Spectrum, I think we're going to hold off and see if it ends up in here as part of the quest list. So we're either going to go tech or we're going to go magic. I'm going to hold off on the fishing. Fishing is all about the mod, the Starcatcher mod. So this is similar but different to the other fishing mod. What is it called? Aqua? Yeah, this one. Aquaculture 2. Yeah. Similar but different. And a lot more fish variations. Because this just has a limited amount. Starcatcher is off the charts with their fish, because each type, well, first of all, there's a lot more varieties of fish, but on top of that, each fish, and you can't really tell it here, but each fish will have a length and a weight. So that makes each one unique. So if you so here's a red-scaled tuna. So there would be red-scaled tuna that's so long and so much weight, and then another one that's a different length and weight, and they don't stack. So that makes things a little bit more exciting. But there are, you know, trophies that you can gain and everything else. So we'll deal with that at a later point. So the big question is, do we go tech or do we go magic? And I think because I'm most of the way through Just Dire Things, I think this is a good place to kind of try to get the rest of these items down here and fill this out. Now, I don't think I have a lot of netherite. So let's check that. I have 1 scrap and 5 ingots, and that's it, because I went through and made a lot of, upgrades to my items and things. So we need to go find some, and that actually is a good segue into Theurgy as well. Not only is it a quest, but we started working on these, but we might want to keep going because there is a, where is it at? Is it over here? Yes, there's a Netherite Divination Rod, which you can use to see anything you want, which is the beauty of it. So you can find netherite and everything else. So it's very, very handy to have. And with that, I think we might want to try to work on this. This is actually dependent on this chain as well, so we're going to have to go back and forth to try to progress up to this. And if you missed the episode where I talked about this, if you click here, you will get the book. So I think I put the book over here. Yeah, this is Theurgy here. And so I've done just a little bit to get up to here, to get to this. Yeah, so this will help you along to get through Theurgy. And this is the little eye icon, this little green thing here. So if I mark, if I actually read it, this is the glass divination rod. I think we still have here in, it was in here. Yes, I have 3 glass. 1, this was just a demo to show that I could get it, because I had one of the alchemical sulfurs, and the budding amethyst. Again, because we could create those two. But this is also nickel. So these are the ones that I've created so far. Glass is the most basic, and it works, but how can I put it? The book explains it a lot better than I can, but the better the divination rod, not only does it have more durability, but it can find rarer items. And so that's why the netherite one is ideal, because it can find anything. Where some of these other ones have limitations. Here, and actually it says here, common ores such as iron and coal, but gold and diamond, you need something better. So, and this is relatively straightforward. I used some stained glass that I had, and sticks. That's all you need. So let me also mark this one as complete. This is the yeah, you need sulfur, but you can get sulfur as a reward. So one of the alchemical sulfurs, and this is what they're talking about, not just sulfur, but they're looking for an alchemical sulfur, and if you get this as a reward, then you don't need to do the setup to be able to craft this. So again, it's 2 sticks, 2 glass, and any alchemical sulfur. And then the type of rod that you get is based on what kind of a sulfur you used. So here I have the this one is nickel, and it's common, and this one is I was able to, it's a glass one, and I just attuned it to something random in the mining dimension. I was checking out what I could actually attune it to, other than iron and coal. So this one I happened to get nickel, sulfur as a reward, and I used it. So But let's, one other thing I want to try to do here is, first of all, I want to, yeah, I just harvested all of that. And yeah, I'm at that problem again. I need to find my dock. Because I think, yes I did, and I need my bank. I broke part of my setup here and I need to reset it up. There we go. Okay. Alright. So what I wanted to do though, if I'm going to be moving around, I think I also want to create a... I can't remember exactly, that's not where I want it. It's here. So I have this, I'm using the sophisticated storage with an integrated dynamics layer to it so that I could link up the docks and have an actual terminal so I could see what was in the sophisticated storage. What I want is a kind of remote terminal so I can access this without having to stand here. And the reason being is that if we're going to start some of the magic stuff, I want to move it off of this level. So with the terminal, let's see, this is, nope. That's Emmy. So let's actually do... Okay, that should be easier, and I think it's this one. Portable storage terminal. Yes. So you can interact with your terminal remotely, which is nice. So let me... This I don't have. Oh, actually, let me do it this way. I need an omni-directional... Oh, actually, let me... So with this, it says right-click on an omnidirectional connector to link it. So that's what I need to do, but I don't have one. So I need to figure out how to make that. There it is. Omnidirectional connector. And here's where it gets interesting. So the monodirectional connector is this. Okay, so now we've been using mithril, and I know I have some of these, so let's create that. And I think if I put, no, it's got to be a different recipe. Ah, sticky piston. Slightly different recipe. Okay, so I've got plenty of these. So let's make the two. Oh, this is how you make more. Okay, well, we don't need to do that. We just need one. I need more of those. Let's make a few, just in case. And I need 2 of those. Yeah, we're going to have to get into an AE system here soon as well. Okay, so I've got that and that and that. So this is crystallized junk. there's other ways of doing that. So, okay. Coarse fruit. Do I have coarse? Here. I think I have it. Yeah, oh yeah, I have a lot. Okay, so let's take some of those. And to pop them, I think we just need to, yeah, we just need to run them through there. So I'll run it through there. And so this is actually you take the fruit and run it through the. I thought there was another way you could do it, but let's. That's okay. Mechanical squeezer. No, that's not what we want to do. Mechanical squeezer it is. Okay. Mechanical squeezer. So this is the drying basin. There it is. So I just put this in here. That'll go into there. And when it's done, it should end up over here. And it is. Okay. I'll grab that. And I need 2 of these. I don't think I have enough of what I need. Oh, no, you make more than 1. Okay. So let's make. Finally, we can make this. Great. Okay, I will put this stuff down here for now. Now this needs to connect in, and I don't know. Not sure if I can. Yeah, I get it in there. So that's that. And then I need to make my terminal. Yeah, and if you don't know about this trick down here, is if you do the @ symbol and then just start with the name of the mod. So we're looking for integrated dynamics, so I did IN, and obviously if there was another mod that started with IN, then you'd have to type out some more, but there you go. And that'll show you what's in the mod. And then if you wanted a keyword, I put in terminal, so I'm only seeing the things that are terminals in, see here's industrialization overdrive, and this is integrated dynamics. So there's the example where IN gets you more, but these are all terminals. Okay, so here we are, and I need to make that. And I think, I'm not sure if I have the display panel. No, I do not. But I do have, let me grab this stuff. I can easily make one. Light panel. Yes. So let me get 2 light panels. Why am I not seeing it? Alright, back to terminal. Static light panel. Okay. have that? Aye. Okay. I'm just missing parts here. More of those. Why is that not? What the heck? That's the right recipe. Alright, that's just doing something weird. Let's start again. Static light panel, static light panel. Okay, this needs... Oh, the panels were in there. That's why. The panels were in the already in the grid. I had to clear them. Silly me. It happens. Mineral glass. Okay, I know how to do that. Let me... Okay. So... it would be good if I had the wood. I can go plant a sapling really quickly. Unless there is a way to use existing. You put a piece of glass in and then you yeah, you put this, but this is the stuff where I don't know. Yeah, you kind of need the wood. There's no other real easy way to do that. Okay, and I'm out. So I will go do that quickly, and I will put the glass in the basin. So we're good to go when I get back. So what you do is you put the glass in the oh, come on. Okay, silk touch. That was not my silk touch, that was my silk touch. Where did it go? I ever just have one of those days. Yeah. Okay. There. Alright, so the easiest way to get to someplace where I can plant is to come out here. Oh, it's raining and it's dark. Lovely. Actually, do I have some? Oh, I have some already back here. Yes, 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 I vaguely remembered. Well, remembered eventually. I did plant some. Yeah, and these are the ones that have the special chunks in them. I'll get up there and get that in a minute. Nope, I need a little step up here. And it doesn't really matter what. Okay. Good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop, 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 stop. Okay. Nothing like shooting up into the sky. So it is a good idea to have some of these planted, just so that they can grow at their own pace. And that's a husk I see out of the corner of my eye. Right there. He's interested in my villagers. Okay. So we've got that. Yeah. So I ended up with 79 logs. That's pretty good. Alright. And let's run some through. This is already getting, you can see it's working. It's already getting stuff. Where did the... What? Where did my glass go? Oh, there it is. One piece of glass. Okay. So I have the glass. So now let's go back to the terminal. Alright, I think I've got it now. So you're basically crafting this terminal and then adding a little extra onto it to make it hopefully wireless, if this works. Yeah. And again, too much stuff. Yeah, I'm going to put those down here. If you need to make the glass, you need the logs. So I don't want to use up all the logs, and I can't put that in there either. Alright, so to see if this works, right click. Okay. Link to network. So I should be able to look away and give it a moment. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's get this slightly off of gigantic. Okay. There we go. Cool. I don't know how far away it works, so we'll figure that out here in a minute. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to go down to where I set up a waystone to be able to do magic. And I think it's alchemy. So this is the alchemy area I'd set up. And with that, I cleared out a little space over here to make my Theurgy area. So let's do that. And just to see if this works. Yep, I am connected in. So let's deal with Theurgy. just a little bit so I can see if I can progress here. This is still not unlocked, and although I even created it. Let's go back to the book momentarily. So I made this already, and it's I didn't make amethyst actually. I made the budding amethyst. This is, yeah, because this is budding amethyst. So so I have this already, and then yep. So this will get me to iron. That doesn't. Iron Divination Rod is made with a gold ingot. Okay, that does not make any sense, but let's do this. Oops. Okay, so here are the rods. So to make the iron, I need this. So this should be doable. Then to make diamond, it's this. Again, doable. And then netherite is a block of ancient debris, which I don't have. So I need to go find a block of ancient debris to be able to make netherite, to be then able to find a block of... Yeah, that's kind of circular. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. So let's go to the nether. Which I've got my... don't know if it's actually here or not. Ancient debris. Let me see here. That's what I'm looking for, is one of those. Do we have a whirl? Well, I kind of get the feeling maybe not. Let's just go to the nether. I'll have to investigate that and figure that out. Well, I'm going to try to find some here after all, so I'm going to go down a ways and see what I can see. I'm using a Ultimine mining tunnel shape to get down there, which digs a nice staircase downwards as opposed to the escape tunnel, which digs upwards in a staircase method. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . I'm trying to get down low-ish. Oh, I'm doing mining tunnel. That's not going to work. I'm just going to... Oh, nope. I was going to say I was just going to go around that, but... yeah, I'll clean this up later. Okay, so I'm going to try here. And I'm going to change my shape again. Actually, well, I want to change my shape again to be shapeless. And then I'm going to grab my thing here. I don't need that. I really don't need that at the moment. Okay, let's see if we can find any in here. Not really happy with the lack of nope, not it may not be in this biome. I mean, I'm getting nice resources, but yeah. Ah! Haha! Got it. And I think there it is. Cool. I got what I needed. I had my drill on Silk Touch, so I've got what I needed. And I don't have to run back. I can home it back. Alright, so what we're looking for now is, let me eat real quick. Alright, so we wanted to do the Netherite. So we're back to... Okay, diamond, Netherite. And there we go. And since I have extra of these, it's not attuned to anything at the moment, but now it is. And yeah, let me get my Silk Touch back here. So we can either travel through the Nether or go back to the mining dimension, and I think the mining dimension is going to be better. So we can look at how this works. And once I gather up enough netherite, then I can go ahead and do the gooification, if you will, for just dire things. So, whoops, I need to, nope, 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 nope. I need to read the instructions again. So I've already attuned it. There it is. I got it attuned, so I need to right click and hold. That's what it is. Right click and hold. Yes, it's searching and it's over there. So what I will do is, let me get this out of the way. And I do not need to, well, it isn't going to hurt anything. Yeah, I can just be messy. There it is. And then I right click and hold. And oh, there we go. So the answer to the question is yes, we can find it here, and there it is. Which is really nice because we don't have to worry about potentially falling in lava and all kinds of other fun things. Being attacked, there it is. So this is how it works. So if you're looking for, I think I just got it, it was just right here. If you're looking for any items, you can reattune this to, once you have it, you can reattune it to anything else. So it's not just netherite, it's literally anything you want. Oh, no, I must have gotten it. Yeah. Yeah, it was right there, I got it. Oops. Is that right below me? Yeah, pretty much. Get that too while I'm here, and might as well grab that too. So the nice thing about this is you don't have to, no, there was two there. You don't have to strip mine necessarily. You just let the wand take you. I'm thinking, there it is. Okay. There it is. I got it. You can see it, I mean, this cuts through the netherrack pretty quickly. It just hesitates for a moment on the ancient debris. But it's pretty fast. Oh, I may have just gotten it. Yeah, I did. So let's... Yep. So you can see the durability is gone down, but not gone down a lot. And as far as I know, there's no way to fix it. You just have to make a new one. So if you are making, if you are using these, you want to save a piece or two, probably two, ancient debris, one to remake the rod and a second piece to attune it. So let's see how much we do have. We have 12 pieces. That is not a lot. Well, 13. So I'm going to just, yeah, that's where we got it. I'm just going to keep going a little bit, and then we'll head back. Oh, it was right here. Okay, I got it. All right. In fact, I see it. It's right there. There, I got it. Where did it go? Where is... Oh, there it is. So yeah, sometimes I have to kind of turn around trying to figure out which way it's going. Oh, I think I just got it, and there's another one, so... I don't know if I got it or not, so we're just going to try to make the cave opening bigger and see if we're going forward. Yes, we still are. I haven't found it yet. There it was. I saw that. I'm going to grab this real quick. Alright. I think we'll go 2 more pieces and then I'll head back. And I think I just picked it up. Yep, I did. I got it. And last piece. Whoops. Nope, don't do that. With the particle effects, sometimes I'm not, well, it's right there, not seeing it. Well, there's another 2 pieces. All right, let's go home and see what we can do with this stuff. So, back to our quest book here. So, I'm not getting credit for these even though I created them, so I will have to come back and deal with that another time, but we needed this. So what we're doing is we are placing block of netherite. Now I've got the ancient debris. I do not have the actual there it is, netherite. So what is the best way to process this? I think it's just, I don't think I'm going to get any that's not what I want to go with it. Enrichment will get me 2. Okay, Crusher gets me that. Energized smelter. Okay, so Crusher gets me that, and then I have to do it through an enrichment chamber, and I get 1. Okay, let's do that. So we're going to go ahead and And if I don't think there's any way to, yeah. So I'm just going to try one piece just to make sure this is going to do what I think it's going to do. Oh, and let's, oops, no. Speed this up. Not that I need it to be that fast. Yes, I get 3, and if I put the 3 in the enrichment chamber, helps if I have the right thing in my hand. Okay, I've got my scrap. Now this, yeah, I think I figured out that if you put it through a metallurgic infuser, you get the dust, and then you can take the dust and run the dust through. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to crush everything. And then we're going to run it through gold. Am I running the wrong thing here? Oh, I need 4. Yep. Alright, so we're all going to speed everything up here. Done, and then we're going to run through, and we're going to speed this up. Oh, I have to have 4, so that isn't going to do anything. And this goes here, and then this. Okay, so how much scrap do I have? One. That's not great. Okay. I do have 5 ingots. So unfortunately not a whole heck of a lot. And if I'm going to do this, I need to make sure that this does not want to break. And I think I have enough, no, that didn't need to go in there. Alright. And let me make sure that this one also does not want to break. Because I think these are where it's going to go. Yep. Let me take that out of there, and I will just place it. I'm gonna have to find a lot more netherite, because this is going to be netherite heavy. The other thing is when you get, this is the coal I've been making, so these are the chunks, and this is coal I've been making. So with these, let me get this out of here. Is you take the coal chunks and make it into blocks, because this is the primal coal. This is the next step up. And this is the final. Which I guess you don't have to make it with that. So I'm storing the final pieces in here. And then I can run through the other coal and get that. So now with this, I think the only thing we can do with it is smelt it. So we'll just put it in here. And on that note, I'm going to pause the video, run back, and look for a lot more netherite and see what I can do to make blocks of... I'm going to look for ancient debris to make more netherite blocks, because this is going to take a lot. And I will be back. Okay, I spent approximately 1 hour in my mining dimension. And let me move things around real quick. So my first thing is that my mining gadget, the pocket generator just could not keep up. So yeah, it's something to watch out for. And I don't have that much fuel left either. So I'm going to borrow some from here, and I've got the Eclipse Alloy, so that's something new. Let's see. Yeah, let's throw this in here. When you use, and I think I've mentioned this before, but just in case I haven't, when you use the fuel canister, which is from Just Dire Things, in the pocket generator, also from Just Dire Things, anything you throw in there will get converted to fuel amount, and so the fuel amount here is 8. For one piece, the whole stack is 512. And so if I just throw all this in, it just adds to it, which is handy. And then that way my, although I don't need to use this, actually, I can, 1 second, let me get up here. I've got my thing here. I can throw this in here, which will charge it infinitely faster than, there we go, than using the pocket generator. But having the pocket generator meant that I could keep going. Yeah, it will, when I put the fuel back in, it'll keep going. So it stores up, the pocket generator stores 1,000,000 forge energy. And yeah, it's actually quite handy. Whoops, I need to go the other way around, this way. And put that in there. So it will charge itself up. This is almost broken. As I said, I did run around quite a bit. The other thing is that, and I didn't mention it when I was using it, but if you notice, it will give you the coordinates of the last piece that you found, or the last thing it was attuned to, I guess is. So it actually, from wherever you're at, it tries to find the next closest piece to you. So once you mine one out, you reattune it, it'll find the next piece of, in this case, ancient debris, and it'll actually give you the coordinates. Though you don't need them, you just follow the ball of light. But in case you're there, and if you're like I was using a mining tool as opposed to just a pickaxe, you can, check the coordinates to see if you happen to have mined it and not realized it, which is helpful. Yeah, so I pulled these out of the furnace. Let me put them in here. So I did pick up a total of 137 ancient debris, which is quite nice, I will say. And again, I think I said the best thing to do here was to crush it to get that. Yep, so we're going to crush. And we're going to speed up the crushing. Yep. And then from crushing, I think we put this through the enrichment. Yes. Which is right next door. Get that going. And this is the temporal pouch. And it, yeah, you can even up the hoppers so that they drop more quickly, faster. And unfortunately, this stuff only lasts for 30 seconds, so you kind of have to reapply it. But yeah, it goes, yeah, it's that fast. Is that not wonderful? Wouldn't that all of our things work that quickly? So for 30 seconds, you can have a massive boost of speed. And then we run these through. Yeah, we run it through here to get the gold. So, and again, we're gonna put this in here and speed this up. And then speed this up. And there it goes. Oh, and I'm out of gold. Of course I am. And I think I need gold dust and not gold ingots. If I recall correctly. Yeah. Don't know if I can't remember if I can do this or not. I think I can. And let's not wait on that either. And I'm gonna need to ump this. Yep. There we go. And there we are. We're all done. And that can go into here. And that goes back in. Okay. That should be enough, I hope. Oh, it's going to be going very slow. And I'm out of gold again. Oh. Oh, boy. Let's do this. Crush. And then we enrich. And that should be done. And then we come over here. Thankfully, with this pouch, I can actually move this stuff along relatively quickly. I do have the base chunk loaded so that it can Oh man, that is going through that quickly. So that it can work while I'm not here, but since we're trying to actually get this going, pretty much by the time I get this up to full speed, it's done. And it's done. And okay, and oh, and that's a 3. That won't work. Unless I've got another scrap in here. I think I do. I think I had, whoops, one too many. Yeah, I just need one. I can run that through. Don't have to do too much, it'll come through quickly. Yeah. Alright, so this can all go through here. And I took all the coal out. Definitely have a lot of lignite. And okay, while that's doing that, let's come over here and see what I've got here. Okay, I've got enough here that I can upgrade. I get one out of here. And I can get 2 out of here. And we'll just toss those in. Do I want to do all of that? Yes, I probably do, because I probably am going to need it all. Okay. So I have 7 pieces of netherite. Yeah, okay. And here comes more of this, and we just smelted it again. I don't think, yeah, there's no way to double this, so it doesn't make any difference how we do it. I'll throw it in there. I don't know if this works on this, but we'll see. The answer is yes. Look at it go. It is just instantly putting it down and breaking it. Alright, good to know. You can use the pouch on goo. And there we go. Alright, so we've definitely gotten, yeah, where did I put it? I put it in here? Yes, I did. Okay. So we'll go get the quest, which is this. And then we get this quest. The soil is more of a just check it, and you don't get a reward for it, but you don't actually have to make it. Eclipse Ember, I would have made. Yeah, I've been making it with the coal. So I'll put that back in here, and this in here. This is the rewards we're getting so far. Let me tuck this stuff out of the way. That's what we've made so far. What else is next? We need to make all of the armor, and that's just doing the armor in the normal way, and we have enough. We have more than enough to do that. And a chest piece. And this stuff uses energy, so before I end up draining my complete reserves out of my, which I have. Let me, in fact, let me put this away for just a moment so it doesn't. Okay, so we got that. Then, yeah, I'm going to leave the pocket generator out while I'm crafting other things and then tuck it away. So we can get this. We did all those. We need the tools and the, let's see, yeah. Yep. Okay, so, oh, I have my sticks in here. So, actually, I think I have them in here. Yes. And I will put this in there. So, let's see. There's that. Sword. We need the pickaxe and the axe and the shovel. And I think it's also the hoe and I think it's the hoe and the bow. But let me just double check that. Yeah, it is the bow. What was the last one? Which is... I need string. Oh no. Wrong. There we go. Okay, so that should be that one. It is. Good. The Paxel is a combination of these three in a smithing table. So I've got the smithing table over here. So I put the pickaxe, the axe, and the shovel, I believe, and I get the Paxel. And there is that. And then the staff is, I believe, the previous one. And it is, which I think, did I put it over here? Yeah, no, that's the ferrocore shovel. That's not the right one. Let me go check the wall here to see if I have anything. It's not on the wall. Not there. Not there. technically called, so I can search for it, wand. It's not there. Okay, so it probably is hanging out someplace weird. Void shift wand, there it is. Oh, I need a diamond. And there it is. So that should be the last of these. Yeah, it is. So let's see what we got here. So this is what I have left, which is not a lot. Got 2 upgrades. I've got Eclipse Ember and Alloy. Yeah, and 2 upgrades. Oh, 3 upgrades. So, with all of that, and it drained my thing again, I will have to compare the tools and armor to what I'm currently using to see if I should be adding enchantments to these and using these instead of what I've been doing. Okay, there we go. So the rest of the things to make, so we've finished all of it. We've finished all the upper stuff, now we need to finish the lower stuff. And the only things we've done so far is the creature catcher, which is lots and lots of fun. The pocket generator, and the coal generator, and just getting any upgrade. So let's make the rest of this, starting with let's do a fuel canister. There we go. Simple enough if I have ferric ore, which I think I still do. Yes. And let me put... Hey, that's a full chest. And that is too. Okay. That's full. Temporary holding spot. Okay. I don't think I need that for any of the items I'm going to make. Okay, so I made the fuel canister. And then I think I made the... Fluid. Not fuel. Fluid. Although that's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, so let's do this so I don't get... Okay, now I'm looking for fluid, not fuel. There it is. Similar. Okay, let's put both of those over there. I can make another pocket generator too, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And I don't know why I have all of these here, so let's get these out of here. Okay. Get this. What did I get? Step assist as a reward. And then block placer, breaker, fluid placer, fluid collector. Okay. it didn't say advanced, so I think we're doing the simple ones. Okay, what is that? That's an observer. I think I have an observer already, so here we go. There's that. And then I think I have that. And then let's do fluid. Fluid placer. I need to make some more ferrocore. So I don't need that much. I will do I will do that much just because. And yes, and this is so handy. So again, with this, we can just smelt it. There isn't anything else to do with it, to double it. I think Direwolf 20 said that, actually, that his stuff does not, is not, you know, you can't use fortune on it. And because I can do this a lot faster. Was it enrichment or was it, yeah, I don't think it was, actually. I don't think I've made the energized smelter, now that I think about it. Got a couple more seconds of fast speed here, and yeah, this is the step assist. Excellent. And let's put this away. Put it right next door. Okay. This is the fluid placer, and there should be a fluid collector, and there is. I'll take that. And then let's go claim those. Fuel can, another fuel canister. Potion arrow. Run speed. And ore miner. Okay, so then we need, let's see, fuel generator, fluid fuels, and polymorphic catalyst. Okay. Fuel generator. Okay, this is using blaze gold, so I need gold. Run through. Now with this, you either get 3 or 4 as a result, and so that's not bad. We kind of got somewhere halfway in between, like 3.5. here. Let's put this away. Put those away. Got that. Okay, fuel generator. And then polymorphic catalyst that's easy enough. Okay. Put these in here. Grab the okay. So, where am I going to find? Let's see, I do not have a... Alright, let's do this. I don't have a... what do I have a lot of that doesn't icky looking? Get rid of that too. I don't need to have it close by necessarily. The floating arrows will interfere with block placement. So if you notice that I'm not able to place certain blocks, that's because this is because it's misbehaving and getting in the way. Alright, I'm doing this to make an infinite water supply, which I think I have. Yes, I do. I have water buckets in here. Okay, so if where did I put them away? Let's go. We'll see what this does here. I don't know if I can do it in an infinite water supply, but yeah, it works. Conveniently, there's 4. Now I have 4. Let me get empty buckets. Okie dokie. And then let's get so we got that, and oh, blaze gold template. I think I've got blaze gold templates here. I do. I'll just stick it there. And then let's see, fluid fuels. So I need the 3 fuels in buckets, which I have buckets. All right. There's something called an ooze lab. Okay. So we take a blaze ember, which is, okay, so that's actually easy. So you drop it into the liquid and then you get this liquid. But to get this liquid, we need to put it through an ooze lab. Okay. No. Okay, I'm missing something here. Do they want, okay, first of all, do they want to make the unrefined or the refined? Did it say? Yeah, it's not the unrefined. Okay. Yeah, but I need to get that. It's not exactly... Oh. Okay. I hope I'm getting this. Where is my skulk? Okay. I think, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna trial and error here. Okay, and then I'm gonna need one of these, and one of these to make the 3 kinds of fuel. So I think, although I'm not 100% certain, that I do this, and then I do that, and we have unrefined. Now if I sit there and just let it do its thing. Not exactly doing what I was hoping it was going to do. But that's a good sign that it did that part. And then, yep, do that. And do this. Nope. Let me... No, that is off. That's my magnet, I'm sure. And I've got this. I'll just put that away. Unless it's made differently. Does this have to be put into... Yeah. Okay. So I'm actually going to need more of this. Let me just grab it all. Helps if I read the instructions. Still not sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so we actually have to make this, and then we toss in this. No. I think it has to be refined. I don't think it's that. Yeah, okay. Void flame. I'm doing that into blaze ember fuel. That's the part I need. So this is skulk. Oh, I need. Okay. Okay. And this is. I haven't done any of this yet. Okay. That's going to halt this progress because I need to get into modern industrialization to make this. Okay. Dang, I did not know that there was a crossover. Alright, so let's skip the fuel for the time being, and let me put that there. Yep. Okay, well, I will figure it out. Let me put all the coal back. And, okay. Well, may have to get into that too. Well, we were going to get into it anyway, but I just did not anticipate getting into it now. Alright, let's see what else we can make. So this is going to take a little bit of effort. So we need a sensor and a clicker. I am assuming that the block placer and block breaker are very much like the modular routers that I'm using. Same thing with the fluids. And we got jump and another, I think Theurgy is in there? No, it's Celestium. Okay, put that in here. In fact, let me grab this so I don't lose it and put it in here as well. And that's an empty bucket. Okay, so and onward. This is an item collector. This is going to be very similar to the absorption hopper. So let's make that. So the nice thing is if you go with one of these and you don't want to get into certain other things, it provides similar type functionality, all within the same mod. That it's like you can do things multiple different ways. Like mining, there's a bunch of different ways to actually mine automatically, and depending on which mod you're using. So this is going to be very handy to have access to these. And these are easy to make, which is also nice. So I got that. I think I have some of that in here. Drop that off. And then we've got swapper, energy transmitter. Okay. Yeah, I think I still have all that stuff. And I made more of the blaze gold, so I've got that. Upgrade hammer and extinguish. Okay. Energy transmitter, machine settings. This is, I believe, and I should have those already because I already made some. Yeah. I think this is a way to move energy around without piping things everywhere, wirelessly. Similar to what this gizmo does for experience. Let me get the thing here. Raw blaze ember, we'll take it. Okay. Settings, copier, and portal gun. Primal coal I have to go get. And conveniently I have exactly one. Portal. So, fluid catalyst is actually not going to be hard. And then portal gun. And let me go in here before it already took all my energy. I was gonna say let me charge it. Alright, so let's see what that gets us. And I got that unstable portal fluid. And what was the other one? Portal fluid and unstable. Okay, so let's figure out how to make these. Polymorphic, okay, and I guess we toss that in. Hopefully. Yeah, and we have that. So how do you make this one? This ooze lab thing. Unstable portal fluid over... Okay. We can try it. And I took that out of there. This should work. As long as I hit it in the corner. Where did it go? Not good. Okay. Let's, okay, well, I thought that was going to work. I'm just going to grab this and make this into one block. Non-flowing. Okay. Here we go. And now I need to go make another one of those things. That. There's nothing here. This might be a % chance because it says unstable that it just sort of disappears. Vanilla and biome. Ah! Again, good if we read the instructions. So I'm going to go to the end. And let me make a couple of these, and now I need this stuff. Again, is polymorphic catalyst, which I do not have. Give me those. And I need to drop that into water, which I got rid of. But thankfully I have more water buckets. Okay. What the heck? Alright, I'm just making a mess, it seems. Okay. Now I've got my bucket. Let me get one more bucket. Oh, I know what it's doing. It's going in here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Oh, that was handy. Okay. One, two, three. Oh, I guess it didn't really do what I thought it did. Okay. That's fine. Let's get rid of this stuff. And we need to go to the end. I have many end portals set up. And a portal. I think this is the actual, yes, it is. Okay. So I need let's try this again. I have not clearly done this. Yay! Okay, so, and I needed the, and this is, yeah, I need to go back. I can just go home. Okay, so it seems as though I should be able to should being the operative word here. And I'm just using this because it was a handy block. Okay, I have made this into a little area, and I should be able to put the again here, the unstable, the purple stuff, and to get the green stuff. So here's the purple stuff. Well, and if I don't have a no, that's not what I want. Looks like it should be able to, but it evaporates. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is, first of all, let's break this. I don't want that. Okay, now I need a shovel to get the goo. If this works, I will be pleasantly, shocked. Okay, I've got the goo. Got the shovel for the goo. Got the catalyst. Got the other catalyst. Got 2 buckets. And I think I can put this away. So, let's go. Okay, so we're back in the end. I should have a hole here, yes. So let me, yes, I have skulk, I can feed it. Alright, so I'm going to put this here. Okay, then it needs to be fed. So, in case I need to feed it more than once, okay, now I'm going to feed it skulk. Okay, it's been fed. Yes, it's been fed. Alright, so if I take this and drop this in, I should be able to drop this in. And then I should be able to let me just double check here. So once I get the purple, yeah, the purple should go right to the green. And it did. I just had to wait. And then I can pick up the green and get credit for it. Yay! Okay, so this is actually moving the goo. Yeah, that would have been a little bit of a trick if I didn't read the instructions to know that it evaporates, because I was staring at it, wondering what happened to it. Okay, so with that, I now have my bucket of green. I've got this. Okay, this is my reward. And last thing is, did we do it all? No, we need this. And we probably don't. We just need to put that on top of that. Okay, so I'm here. It's still fed. Do I have my bucket? I do not. Let me go home. Okay, so let me get my buckets. Got this. Let me go get my coals again. Okay, anything else I need? I hope not. Okay, so if I put that in and just let it sit there, yes. Okay, perfect. So this then becomes that. I just had to set it on top or underneath or where, next to it or wherever for it to work. And with some of these things evaporating, since I've got it here, it works just fine. Okay, so I've got the blaze ember. So I need to do this and then put in let me look this one up again too. So that is this one, and this one is actually that. So, no, wait 1 second. I need to make sure. I think it actually is the refined. Yeah, it's that stuff. So this is perfect. And then I need to toss in one of these. And then it needs to sit and wait. And then it will make itself into its pure form. And there we go. And that's that and that. And then I need, okay, so we're put this in. Toss that in, it turns to that, it'll purify on its own. As soon as it purifies, we toss the next one in. Okay. And then it needs to purify, and then we can toss that in. So we don't need the machine after all. We can do it all in the ground. And then that will purify, and I will get the new thing. There it goes. I thought it was turning into a solid. Okay. So that's all of that. And is that everything now? I think so. So why does this not look like it's complete? Oh, because I didn't complete something. Okay, but that has nothing to do with this. So let me get the goo out of here. Come here. Okay. Let's go home and let's... So for all of you yelling that I missed one, good job. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, this is done with that. I should have all of that. Yep, there it is. Okay. There we go. Huzzah! Yes, it's done. And now if we look at our completionists, yep, I now have it. This is my trophy. So let's go find a neat place to go put the trophy. Let's go make a trophy stand down here somewhere. Here we go. Ta-da! One trophy. All right, so definitely it was a longer episode. Appreciate you hanging in there, but we gathered up Netherite. We completed the Just Dire Things quest line, and yeah, now I get to play with the portal gun. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, I'd appreciate a like, and if you have not already, please subscribe. For any comments or questions you have, please put them below, and I will read and reply. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and yeah, completed Just Dire Things. And we'll work on something else next episode. Hope everybody had a good time. This is Cuberize signing off. See you at the next one.